Hi everyone, it's been a minute. Welcome back though. I am Flea. If you have not been here before, I do enjoy myself a build video, and we're officially gonna get into building in Dune. So I'm super excited to show you guys a little bit of what I've been working on. Quick reminder to drop that subscribe if you have not yet on YouTube, as well as a follow on TikTok and any other platforms I have. We do also stream over on Twitch. I am a partner over there, and we're going to be streaming on YouTube sometime soon. But yeah, go ahead and check out my other platforms, and hopefully we see you over there. But so this is our finishing process of my very first mega build in Dune Awakening. If you've ever been to one of my streams, you know that I have been obsessed with this game pretty much since it came out. It took a little bit of a hiatus after the first month, but pretty much since August 2025, I've been in love with this game, and this particular build is the first build where I really learned how to use the faction pieces. I am a HARKO. Hi, hello. I am an Elder Emo. HARKO is my life. Have whatever thoughts and opinions you want about it, but this is my massive mega HARKO build. So if you're not a fan of the HARKO pieces, then this probably isn't going to be the build for you, but I really enjoyed, honestly, embracing the HARKO, as crazy as it sounds. So in my mind, that means obviously using a lot of pieces from the set, kind of playing around with sharp edges and triangles and using the silver and the black in contrast. So I really tried my best with this entire build to only use the set. I will say you'll see a couple of other sets here and there. Those columns that are in that little hallway there are from the Duneman set, which is part of the first DLC. And then you'll see some pieces from the Caladan set, which is part of the ultimate version, whatever the top version is of the game. Highly do recommend, if you have the opportunity to get that top version, to do it. I do have a link for my Exola in the description of this video if you want to support me. And occasionally we do get discounts as well through there. But yeah, it's really great because if you get that higher version of the set of the game, you actually get all of the battle pass or season pass is what it's called, which gives you the DLCs. And the DLCs have been amazing. So this build was done quite a bit ago. This particular finishing part I just did recently, but this is pre-smuggler set. If y'all haven't seen the smuggler set, I'm gonna have some build stuff coming up with that soon. That's part of the chapter 3 just whole big update. It's not actually part of the chapter 3 update, it's part of the DLC that came out at the same time as chapter 3. But yeah, that one's really fun. Highly recommend checking out that version of the game if you have not yet. But yeah, so this is my mega build. Again, I am pretty much just finishing this little hallway in order to kind of get back into the YouTube videos of it all. I wanted to do something kind of short. So this is something that I had basically like taken apart a couple million times. People maybe say that my house is a little bit of a maze, but I really like it. I really liked, I don't know, just learning how to build in with the environment. I'm not someone who is going to build a box. No offense. I'm not a box builder, but I'm not going to build a box. And sometimes that is the bane of my existence, is just trying to figure out how to work with that. And sometimes it just makes for really fun builds. But yeah, we're just kind of finishing up this little hallway. So it is the pathway that goes from the main house to the assault ornithopter carrier, as well as what I call my war room. If you want to see the actual full build itself, I will be releasing a build video review for that as well. So this build is actually, I'm just going to let this character die because I just started a whole new character. This build is officially, it's over, it's done. We're gonna let it decay in the worlds and just let it kind of accept its fate. But yeah, it will be recommended after this video if you want to see a full tour. But yeah, I'm just kind of, like I said, just kind of playing around with the triangle pieces, seeing ways to make it so obviously you're protected from the elements to a certain extent, but also it still keeps that sharp, weird HARKO kind of vibe that you get. Again, I'm using those Dune Men columns. Hello. Thinking about HARKO people too much. But yeah, I'm just kind of checking out the view. So something that I really recommend when it comes to building is just stepping away often. Whether it's physically stepping away from your PC or honestly just backing away visually from what you're building, especially when you're doing something like this build that does have a lot of impact from kind of far away. It's important to, just back up and see what it looks like. Because sometimes you can get so stuck in whatever you're building that you just get in it. You get in it and you just get too enveloped and you just need to step away. Sorry, I have a cough right now, so I didn't mean to cough. Also, my cat is doing, stop it. Dean is doing Dean things. If you want to see any Dean content, I do have an entire shorts area on my YouTube page that does, in fact, have my cat Dean, who's currently fighting with some paper. As soon as he sees me starting to record, he loves to do this kind of stuff. Anywho, back to the build. Like I said, we're still just finishing. You can see I've been adding some. He just sat on a bunch of things. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. You can see that I was adding some railings just for a little bit of detail. This is the war room. So this war room was actually inspired by the beautiful free 99 DLC that they released right around Christmas time. Those festive trees right there are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trees. I hope it's the beginning of the green items we get in the game. And then you do see that I snuck the smuggler bookshelf in. So again, the smuggler just came out with the newest DLC that was released, so I had to sneak them in this build. I think that's one of the only things I get in here smuggler wise, and here I am remembering that I in fact am at limit for lights and pretty much everything here. I'm almost at full build item limit, which is 5,000 pieces. But yeah, again, backing away, looking back up, seeing, oh, hey, there's pillars here. I should continue these pillars. I really do wish that we could put pillars on foundations. I understand why we can't, but it frustrates the heck out of me, especially when it comes to the HARKO pillars, because I love them. I love the detail that they add to builds, but at the same time, they're so thick that when they're on the HARKO foundations, they just kind of hang off. So I would love if at some point we had the ability to just attach them to the side of foundations. I imagine it's probably not as easy as it sounds, but I would love to be able to do that. And again, here I am adding more railings, some pillars, little pieces here and there. Like I said, this is going to be a relatively short video. It's just to get back into the swing of things and adding, some Dune content. And here I am noticing things I forgot about 10 years ago. Like this little deck that I had to put over here that I'd never actually turned into a deck. So this actually goes into what I call my Capri Sun room, aka my human juice box room, where we turn humans into Capri Suns. So I was like, like when you're mid, just kind of processing people, might as well have a little door to the outside. But yeah, so again, little details here and there, making sure that things look properly supported, even though they technically are fine. But yeah, this is where we're set to get into the point where we are going to jump into the record of the entire build. But again, if you're interested in checking out the full inside of the builds, I will be releasing a video soon with that. Thank you again for hanging out. I hope that, you enjoyed yourself. Reminder to drop the follows on all the socials if you can. And hopefully come and check us out on Twitch. And like I said, I will be streaming on YouTube soon as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for all the support. I appreciate you. We officially passed 200 subscribers on YouTube recently, and I'm hoping to keep building that this year with builds like this and more videos and content. So yeah, thank you so much for everything, and I will see you hopefully in the next one.